Are you tired of that dreaded spinning wheel? You know the one.
Oh, yeah. The buffer icon.
Exactly. Pops up right when you're getting to the good part of a show. Or, maybe worse, during that really crucial work video call.
Happens all the time.
Or what about those spots in the house, those dead zones, where your Wi-Fi just vanishes?
Yeah.
And you're there, holding your phone up like you're trying to find water.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi divining rod pose, we've all done it.
It's just so frustrating, isn't it? When the internet you pay for just doesn't, well, deliver everywhere. It feels like you've got this super fast connection coming in, but like half your house is stuck on a dial-up speed.
That's a good way to put it.
Now imagine if it just worked seamlessly everywhere, all the time.
Ugh.
Like every single corner of your house, your apartment, your office, just bathed in strong, reliable Wi-Fi. Your devices are always connected, always fast. Sounds kind of sci-fi, right?
A little bit, yeah. But this idea, this promise of seamless connectivity, it isn't some far-off dream. Apparently, it's something being delivered right now by this technology called Eero.
It's true. And, we've all become so reliant on good internet, haven't we? Consistent, high-speed internet.
Absolutely.
And frankly, the traditional setup, that single router box, it's really struggling to keep up.
Why is that exactly?
Well, think about it. You've got multiple people maybe streaming 4K video, someone gaming online, maybe you're working from home.
Right, video calls.
Exactly. Plus, all the smart devices now, cameras, thermostats, speakers, lights, they're all fighting for bandwidth. And that single Wi-Fi source, it just wasn't designed for that kind of load or for penetrating, thick walls, multiple floors, even things like insulation or big metal appliances.
Like the fridge?
The fridge is a classic Wi-Fi killer.
Yeah.
So all these things degrade the signal, creating those dead spots and bottlenecks. That's why even a seemingly powerful traditional router often falls short. It just wasn't built for how we live now.
Okay, so that's the problem laid bare. And that's where Eero comes in, you're saying.
Precisely.
So today, we're diving deep. We're going to cover everything you really need to know about Eero, what it does, the features, the benefits, and maybe most importantly, why it might just be the answer for getting rid of those Wi-Fi headaches for good.
Sounds good.
Our mission here really is to shortcut you straight to being properly informed about this solution so you can figure out if it's right for your home, your business, whether you're listening here in the USA, over in the UK, or up in Canada.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's really hammer down on the problem first. Traditional Wi-Fi. You get your internet service right, usually comes into one box, often just the basic one your ISP gives you.
Yep, the standard issue.
You're paying for maybe, I don't know, a gigabit speed, something really fast. But then you take your laptop to the bedroom at the back.
Or the basement.
Or the basement, yeah. And suddenly you're getting like a tiny fraction of that speed, or it just drops out completely. We've all been there. Those dead zones, the speeds going up and down like a yo-yo.
Constantly kicking devices off.
Ugh, yes. The constant battle to keep everything connected, it really is like having a super powerful garden hose, but it's just too short to reach the whole garden. You end up with patchy grass.
That garden hose analogy, it really hits the nail on the head. It paints a very clear picture.
So why does that happen, technically?
Well, it boils down to physics, really. The limitations of those single-point systems. Wi-Fi signals are radio waves, right?
Right.
And radio waves get weakened or blocked by stuff. Concrete walls, thick floors, certain types of insulation, big metal things like refrigerators or even filing cabinets.
Okay.
They all absorb or reflect the signal. So the further you are from that one router or the more stuff is in the way, the weaker the signal gets. That's what creates those dead zones.
Simple physics, really.
Pretty much. And it leads to slower speeds, unreliable connections, and nowadays we need Wi-Fi for, well, almost everything. Remote work calls, smart security cameras, streaming 4K, gaming.
Yeah, the demands are huge compared to even 5 years ago.
Exactly. So having strong Wi-Fi in every corner isn't a luxury anymore. It's like essential infrastructure for a modern home. And traditional routers, they just weren't built for that kind of coverage demand or the sheer number of devices we have now. It's like one lighthouse trying to light up a whole jagged coastline. There are always going to be dark spots.
Okay, that makes total sense. So if that's the old way, what's Eero doing differently? You mentioned it's a mesh system.
Right. Eero is a brand of mesh Wi-Fi systems, and that approach is fundamentally different.
How so?
Instead of one box trying to blast signal everywhere.
And hoping for the best.
Exactly. Eero uses multiple devices. They call them nodes or sometimes beacons that work together, like a team.
Okay, multiple points.
Multiple access points, yeah. They talk to each other, coordinate, and create a sort of web or mesh of coverage across your whole space.
So it's not just extending a weak signal.
No, not like those old boosters. It's much smarter. They form one single, unified, intelligent network. Think of it like a team of signal boosters all working together, strategically placed, blanketing the whole area. It's about distributed smart coverage, not just raw power from one spot.
Interesting. Distributed and intelligent. And you mentioned Eero is owned by Amazon.
That's right, which gives it, significant backing and resources. Plus, it means it's widely available in the US, UK, and Canada.
Okay, got it.
But what's really fascinating, I think, is the true mesh technology itself.
Tell me more about that. How is it different from, say, a range extender?
Well, range extenders often create a whole separate network name, like my Wi-Fi EXT.
Yeah, I've seen those. And
Yeah.
you have to manually switch.
Exactly. Or they just amplify an already weak signal, which doesn't really solve the core problem effectively. Eero's nodes, on the other hand, create this single, unified, intelligent network. Same network name everywhere.
Okay. One network name.
Right. So your phone, your laptop, whatever device, it doesn't have to disconnect and then reconnect as you move around. It just seamlessly, automatically hops to the Eero node with the strongest signal. You don't even notice it happening.
Like walking through a building on a mobile call and it just stays connected?
Precisely that kind of seamless handoff. And there's another key part. It's a self-healing network.
Self-healing, what does that mean?
Think of it like a smart power grid. If one part goes down, the system automatically reroutes power around the problem.
Right.
With Eero, if one node maybe gets unplugged or has a temporary glitch, the other nodes instantly detect it. They automatically reroute all the network traffic through the remaining nodes to keep everything online.
So the whole network doesn't collapse if one unit has an issue.
Exactly. It maintains coverage without interruption. It adapts, optimizes the path for your data, and heals itself. That's a huge aha moment for people used to traditional setups where if the main router glitches, everything goes down.
Yeah, that's a big deal, that resilience.
It really is. That intelligent cooperation and resilience transforms Wi-Fi from something flaky into something genuinely robust and, ideally, invisible. It just works. That's crucial now, with everything from doorbells to work laptops depending on it.
That seamless handoff, the self-healing, that really sounds like the magic ingredient. Being able to walk from one room to another on a video call without a single stutter.
That's the goal.
So this brings us right back to Eero's core tech. True mesh technology. It's engineered, you're saying, specifically to make sure every nook and cranny gets strong Wi-Fi. No more dead zones, no more fading signals.
That's the fundamental promise, but it goes beyond just signal strength. It's about active, ongoing optimization.
Okay, what does that mean in practice?
Well, the Eero system is constantly monitoring what's happening on your network in real time.
Right.
It sees which node your device is closest to, which path to the internet is the clearest, least congested, and it intelligently steers your device to that best connection.
So it's like air traffic control for my data packets.
That's a great analogy. Or like a really smart GPS for your internet traffic. If you start streaming a 4K movie while someone else starts a video call and maybe another person is gaming.
A typical evening in many houses.
Exactly. Eero is intelligently routing each stream of data to avoid bottlenecks. It prioritizes traffic, allocates the bandwidth smartly, and constantly adjusts to keep everything running smoothly, even when the network is busy.
That sounds way more sophisticated than my old router just blasting signal out.
It is. That intelligent routing makes the difference between a network that sometimes works okay and one that consistently performs well, even under heavy load. It takes the guesswork out of it.
Okay, consistent performance is huge. But what about actually getting it set up? That's often the nightmare part, right? Tangled cables, confusing manuals.
Eero really focused on that. One of its most praised features is the easy setup.
How easy are we talking?
We're talking minutes, not hours. The Eero app on your phone walks you through everything, step by step. Clear instructions, simple diagrams. Even if you're not tech-savvy at all, the feedback is overwhelmingly that you can get your whole mesh network up and running really quickly.
So no need to call the techie friend or family member.
Hopefully not. The aim is to make it genuinely straightforward for anyone.
That's a huge selling point.
It really is. The significance of that ease of use can't be overstated. For years, setting up a home network felt like you needed a degree in computer science.
Totally. Those old router interfaces were intimidating.
Right. All those confusing settings. Eero's app-guided setup just lowers that barrier completely. It makes powerful mesh tech accessible to everyone. You can focus on using the internet, not wrestling with the router. It's a very deliberate design choice to remove that common frustration.
Okay, so setup is easy. What about keeping it running? You mentioned automatic updates earlier. Does that mean it just updates itself?
Yes, exactly. Eero devices update automatically in the background. You always have the latest security patches, performance improvements, and even new features without needing to manually check for downloads or installations.
Now, automatic updates sound convenient, but does it ever interrupt things? Like, will my internet cut out randomly while it updates?
That's a fair question. People worry about losing control or unexpected downtime,
Yeah.
but from a security and performance standpoint, automatic updates are incredibly important, and Eero handles them pretty smartly.
How so?
Well, firstly, security. New online threats pop up constantly. Manual updates often get ignored. We all click, remind me later. Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
Which leaves networks vulnerable. Eero's automatic updates mean you're patched against the latest threats almost as soon as fixes are available. That's huge.
Okay, security makes sense. What about the disruption?
They typically schedule these updates for off-peak hours, like overnight when network usage is lowest. The update process itself is usually very quick, often just a brief pause in connectivity, maybe a minute or two while the system reboots. Most users never even notice it happened.
So it's designed to be seamless.
Largely, yes. The goal is to keep your network secure and performing optimally without you having to constantly manage it. It provides peace of mind, knowing it's always up to date and protected without demanding your attention.
Okay, that proactive approach sounds good. Peace of mind is definitely valuable. Now, building on that, let's talk control and security, especially for families. Eero has parental controls, right?
Yes, and they're quite robust.
What can you actually do with them?
You get quite granular control. You can manage screen time for specific devices, like, say, the kids' tablets, or for specific user profiles you set up. You can pause the internet entirely for selected devices or profiles, maybe during dinner or homework time.
Oh, dreaded internet pause.
A powerful tool. And you can also filter content, block certain categories of websites or specific sites to help protect kids from inappropriate material.
So it's not just blocking, it's more about managing access.
Exactly. It's about giving parents tools to foster healthier digital habits and create a safer online space within their home. You can set schedules, monitor usage patterns, all from the app. It helps guide kids towards balanced tech use.
That sounds genuinely useful for parents trying to navigate all this.
It really empowers them to tailor the online environment to their family's needs and values.
Okay, and what about when people visit? Is there a simple way to give guests Wi-Fi without giving them access to your whole network?
Absolutely. Eero has a very easy-to-use guest network feature.
How does that work?
With just a tap or two in the app, you can enable a completely separate Wi-Fi network just for visitors. You can give it a different name and password.
And why is that important? Why not just give them the main password?
Security, primarily. A guest network isolates your visitors' devices from your main home network.
Oh.
So their phones or laptops, which might have connected to unsecured public Wi-Fi or have outdated software, can't see or access your personal devices, your computers, smart TVs, network storage, security cameras.
Right, keeps your private stuff private.
Exactly. It prevents potential security breaches, stops malware potentially spreading from a guest device, and just provides a crucial layer of separation. Think of it like having a separate entrance and waiting room for guests, keeping them out of the private areas of your house. It's essential for privacy and security today.
Makes total sense. Okay, so beyond the standard features, Eero also offers subscription services, Eero Secure and Eero Secure Plus But.
That's right. These are optional add-ons for enhanced protection.
What do they give you beyond the basic security? Let's break it down. What's in Eero Secure?
Okay, Eero Secure adds several layers. First, ad blocking. This helps clean up your browsing experience by blocking many ads on websites and within apps across your entire network.
So fewer annoying pop-ups and faster loading pages, maybe?
Generally, yes. And it can also improve privacy by blocking some ad trackers. Then there's advanced security or threat scans.
What does that do?
This is proactive protection. Eero maintains a constantly updated database of malicious websites, phishing sites, botnets, etc. If any device on your network tries to access one of these known threats, Eero blocks it before it can reach the device.
So it's like a bouncer at the door of your network.
Pretty much. Checking IDs and turning away known troublemakers. It adds a significant layer against phishing attacks and malware downloads. It also includes content filtering, which expands on the basic parental controls, allowing more specific category blocking, and usage insights, giving you more detailed reports on network activity.
Okay, that's Eero Secure. What about Secure Plus? What does the plus add?
Eero Secure Plus includes everything in Secure, plus a couple of major additions. The big one is VPN protection, powered by Guardian VPN.
A VPN built into the router. How does that work?
Yeah, it's integrated at the network level. You can enable VPN protection for selected devices connected to your Eero network.
So not necessarily everything.
You can choose which devices use it. When enabled, that device's internet traffic is encrypted and routed through VPN servers, masking your IP address and enhancing privacy and security, just like a regular VPN app.
But without needing to install an app on, say, my smart TV.
Exactly. That's the key benefit. It extends VPN protection easily to devices that don't normally support VPN apps, like smart TVs, game consoles, or other IoT gadgets. It provides blanket network-level privacy for those selected devices.
Interesting. What else is in Secure Plus on app?
It also includes subscriptions to 1Password for password management and malware bytes for anti-malware protection on your devices like phones and computers. So it bundles these security tools.
Okay, so Secure and Secure Plus offer this kind of holistic, layered security approach.
Precisely. It moves beyond just a basic firewall to active threat management, ad blocking, content filtering, and optional VPN and bundled security software. It raises that question, doesn't it? In a world where cyber threats are constantly evolving, how valuable is that extra peace of mind? It's really about proactive network-wide protection.
Definitely something to consider.
Hmm.
Okay, shifting gears slightly, but still related to that whole home idea, smart homes. How does Eero fit in there?
Eero is really designed with the smart home in mind. It integrates very well.
You mean like with Alexa and things like that?
Yes, exactly. It works seamlessly with Amazon Alexa. You can manage guest Wi-Fi or pause devices using voice commands, for instance. It also supports Apple HomeKit secure router features.
Okay, HomeKit too.
Right. And generally, because it provides that stable, reliable Wi-Fi coverage we've been talking about, it becomes the perfect backbone for all your smart home devices.
Why is it so important for smart devices?
Well, think about how many smart devices people have now. Lights, thermostats, cameras, locks, speakers, plugs, the list goes on.
It adds up quickly.
It really does. And all these devices rely on a constant, stable Wi-Fi connection to function properly. If your Wi-Fi is patchy or unreliable, your smart devices become, well, dumb.
Yeah, unresponsive lights or cameras that are offline when you need them. Super frustrating.
Exactly. Eero's reliable mesh network ensures these devices stay connected 24/7, so they respond instantly and automations run smoothly. When you look at the bigger picture, Eero isn't just about faster internet for your laptop. It's positioned as the central nervous system for your entire connected home. It ensures the smart part of your smart home actually works reliably.
That makes sense. The network is the foundation. Now, for people who really push their internet gamers, streamers, people working with huge files, what about speed and stability?
Eero caters to them too. Models like the Eero Pro 6 and the new Eero Max 7 support the latest Wi-Fi standards, Wi-Fi 6 and even Wi-Fi 7.
Wi-Fi 6 and 7. What's the real benefit there? Is it just faster numbers?
The speed increases are definitely there, supporting gigabit and even multi-gigabit speeds. But the real magic of Wi-Fi 6, and especially Wi-Fi 7, is efficiency and capacity, particularly when you have lots of devices connected at once.
Okay. Efficiency how?
They're much better at handling simultaneous data streams to multiple devices. They reduce latency, that delay or lag, which is absolutely critical for online gaming.
Low ping is key for gamers.
Absolutely. And for streaming, it means smooth 4K or even 8K video without buffering, even if other people are also using the network heavily. For remote work, faster uploads and downloads, crystal clear video calls. Wi-Fi 7 in particular introduces things like multi-link operation, which lets devices use multiple bands at once for even faster, more reliable connections.
So it's not just speed, it's handling lots of traffic without choking.
Precisely. It ensures your network stays responsive and performant even when it's really busy.
Okay. And what if someone wants the absolute most stable connection possible, maybe for a gaming PC or a home office setup?
Eero devices also support what's called Ethernet backhaul.
Ethernet backhaul. Sounds technical. What is it?
It simply means you can connect the Eero nodes to each other using a standard Ethernet cable instead of relying purely on the wireless connection between them.
So wiring the nodes together.
Exactly. While the wireless mesh is great, a wired connection between nodes is always going to be the fastest and most stable link.
Why would someone do that?
It frees up the wireless bandwidth. If the nodes are talking to each other over a wire, All the wireless capacity is dedicated just to your devices, your phones, laptops, etc. It guarantees the best possible speed and lowest latency between the nodes, which is especially helpful in larger homes, homes with tricky construction materials, or for users who just demand that peak wired-like performance everywhere.
So it's an option for maximum performance.
It is. Gives you that extra layer of rock-solid stability if you need it and have the wiring, or are willing to run it.
Good to know. Yeah. And what if your needs change? Say you move to a bigger place or you build an extension.
That's where the expandability comes in. Eero is designed to be modular, meaning if you need more coverage, you just add another Eero device, another node, or maybe one of those beacons we'll talk about to your existing system.
And it just joins the network.
Yep. The app guides you through adding it, and it seamlessly integrates into your existing mesh, extending the coverage. No complicated reconfiguration, no starting over.
That's much better than having to buy a whole new, bigger router.
Absolutely. It's scalable. Unlike old routers where you might add a range extender that creates a separate, often clunky network, Eero's expansion is seamless. You tailor the coverage precisely as your needs change. Your Wi-Fi grows with you.
That flexibility sounds really appealing. Okay, let's focus specifically on our listeners in the USA, UK, and Canada.
Yeah.
Are there particular reasons Eero is a good fit in these regions?
Yes, there are some definite advantages. First off, localized support.
Meaning customer service based in those countries.
Exactly. Eero offers dedicated customer support teams familiar with each region. That means help in your local time zone, from people who understand the local internet service providers, the common types of broadband connections, and any regional quirks.
That sounds way better than a generic global call center.
It makes a huge difference when you need relevant, timely help. Plus, they provide region-specific firmware updates.
Why are those important?
They ensure the devices are optimized for the specific wireless regulations and network conditions in the US, UK, or Canada. It helps maximize performance and ensures full compliance. They're basically fine-tuned for where you live.
Okay, so local support and firmware. What else?
Then there's compatibility and regulatory compliance. Eero devices are designed from the ground up to work correctly with the broadband standards and ISPs common in these three countries.
So whether you have fiber, cable, DSL,
generally, yes. They're built to integrate smoothly, and crucially, they meet all the local safety standards and wireless regulations, things like power limits, frequency use. You can buy them knowing they're certified and legal for use in your country.
That provides confidence, for sure. Don't want something that interferes or isn't approved.
Definitely not. That adherence to local standards ensures a smooth, legal, and optimized connection.
And you mentioned Amazon's ownership earlier. How does that play into accessibility, especially in these regions?
Amazon's backing plays a big role. Their massive distribution network means Eero is incredibly easy to buy pretty much anywhere in the US, UK, and Canada, often with fast shipping.
Yeah, you see them readily available online.
Right. And for people already in the Amazon ecosystem using Alexa, for example, Eero often integrates really smoothly. Sometimes they're even bundled with other smart home products.
So it simplifies purchasing and potentially integrating it with other smart stuff.
Exactly. It removes friction points for a lot of consumers, making it easier to get started and build out a connected home if they're using Alexa.
And one last point on localization. The app itself.
Yes, the Eero app fully supports English, including the specific variants for the US, UK, and Canada. It's a small detail, but it shows that focus on making the user experience feel native and comfortable in these key markets.
Okay, great. That regional focus is clear. Now, let's talk hardware. There are different Eero models. It can be a bit confusing knowing which one to pick. Can you help us navigate the landscape?
Absolutely. Let's break down the main options people will likely see.
Okay, where should we start? Maybe the entry level.
Let's start with the Eero 6. This is often the most budget-friendly way to get into the Eero mesh system.
And who is the Eero 6 best for?
It's really perfect for small to medium-sized homes. Think apartments, maybe smaller houses, say up to 1,500 square feet per node, give or take.
It supports Wi-Fi 6.
Which is still a big upgrade for many people from older Wi-Fi. Oh, absolutely. If you're coming from Wi-Fi 5 or older, Eero 6 will provide a noticeable boost in speed and, more importantly, capacity handling more devices smoothly. It's great for general streaming, browsing, working from home, and connecting a decent number of smart devices. It's the solid, practical choice for standard home needs.
Okay, Eero 6 for small to medium homes, standard use. What's the next step up?
That would likely be the Eero Pro 6.
Pro. Sounds more powerful.
It is. The Pro 6 is aimed at larger homes or users with heavier demands. The key difference is that it's a tri-band system, still using Wi-Fi 6.
Tri-band, what does that mean in simple terms?
It means it has 3 separate radio bands instead of 2. One 2.4 gigahertz band and 2 5 gigahertz bands.
By 2 5 gigahertz bands.
Crucially, Eero uses one of those 5 gigahertz bands as a dedicated communication channel just for the Eero nodes to talk to each other. It's called the wireless backhaul.
Ah, like that Ethernet backhaul, but wireless.
Exactly. By having a dedicated lane for the nodes to communicate, it frees up the other 2 bands entirely for your devices. This significantly reduces congestion and boosts overall system performance, especially when the network is busy.
So who needs that? Larger homes.
Larger homes, yes, because the signal between nodes stays stronger. And also those heavy users, households with multiple simultaneous 4K streams, serious online gamers needing low latency, people constantly moving large files for work. If your network is regularly under heavy load, the Pro 6's tri-band system makes a real difference in maintaining consistent high speeds.
Okay, Pro 6 for larger homes or power users needing that extra capacity. Now, what about the absolute top tier?
That's the Eero Max 7. This is their latest flagship, supporting the brand new Wi-Fi 7 standard.
Wi-Fi 7, that's the bleeding edge, right?
It really is. Wi-Fi 7, or 802.11b, offers potentially massive speed increases, even lower latency, and handles device density even better than Wi-Fi 6. It includes advanced features like multi-link operation, MLO, allowing devices to connect over multiple bands simultaneously.
Who needs Wi-Fi 7 right now? Are there many devices that even support it?
That's the key point. Currently, Wi-Fi 7 client devices are still emerging. Buying an Eero Max 7 today is largely about future-proofing.
So investing for the next few years.
Exactly. You're getting a network that's ready for the next generation of devices and applications. Think advanced VRR, potentially 8K streaming becoming more common, even more demanding smart home tech. If you want the absolute best performance possible and want your network to be ready for whatever comes next, the Max 7 is the choice. It's for the enthusiast or someone who wants to install it and not think about upgrading for a very long time.
Okay, so Eero 6 for standard needs, Pro 6 for higher demands, larger homes, Max 7 for future-proofing and peak performance. Makes sense. What about add-ons? I think I've seen smaller Eero devices.
Yes, there's the Eero Beacon.
What's that?
Beacons are smaller, more compact extenders that plug directly into a wall outlet. They don't have Ethernet ports like the main nodes, but they're a super easy way to fill small coverage gaps.
So like for a tricky hallway or maybe a garage?
Precisely. If you have one specific dead spot you need to cover, adding a beacon can be a very simple, discrete solution. It just blends into the wall outlet and extends your existing mesh.
Neat. And then, of course, there are the subscription services we already discussed, Eero Secure and Secure Plus Pay.
Right. Those are add-ons for the enhanced security features, the advanced parental controls, ad blocking, and the optional VPN access.
So they layer on top of whichever hardware you choose.
Exactly. The core mesh functionality is in the hardware. The subscriptions add those extra software-based security and control features.
Okay, that clarifies the landscape. It seems like there really is a tailored option depending on your home, size, usage habits, and budget.
That's the goal, to offer a scalable solution that fits different needs.
Great. So we've talked tech, features, models, but how does this actually feel day to day? Let's put Eero into action with some real-world examples. This is where it matters, right?
Absolutely. The tangible benefits.
Okay, scenario 1, remote work. Lots of us doing that now. How does Eero help there?
It's huge for remote work. Think stable video calls, no more freezing or dropping mid-sentence. Fast uploads for sending large files, reliable access to cloud services. Even if your home office is in the attic or the basement, far from where the internet comes in.
Why is it so much better for that?
Because those applications demand consistent, reliable bandwidth and low latency. Video conferencing is very sensitive to network hiccups. Eero's mesh system provides that stable coverage everywhere, and the intelligent routing prioritizes traffic like video calls to keep them smooth. It minimizes those frustrating drops and delays, boosting productivity and lowering stress. Your home office connection feels as solid as being in the actual office.
Okay, big win for remote workers. Scenario 2, smart homes.
We touched on this, but it's worth reiterating. With Eero, your smart lights, cameras, speakers, thermostats, they just stay connected, reliably, 24/7.
No more yelling at Alexa to turn on lights that don't respond.
Hopefully much less of that. Unreliable Wi-Fi is the biggest frustration for smart home users. Devices go offline, automations fail. Eero's stable network is the foundation these devices need to work properly. It makes your smart home actually feel smart and seamless, not like a constant troubleshooting project.
Good point. Scenario 3, families.
Here, the benefits are twofold. We talked about the parental controls, easy management of screen time, content filtering, pausing the internet. That helps manage digital well-being.
Less arguing over devices.
Potentially. And then there's the guest network.
Uh,
Super easy to give visitors Wi-Fi without compromising your main network security. It simplifies things and keeps the family network safer.
Practical benefits for family life. Okay, final scenario. Gamers and streamers, the demanding users.
For them, it's all about low latency and high, consistent bandwidth. Eero delivers that lag-free gaming experience.
Meaning lower ping times.
Exactly. More responsive controls, less frustration, maybe a competitive edge. And for streaming, smooth, uninterrupted 4K or even 8K video. No buffering, no pixelation, even if multiple streams are going at once. Eero's optimization and support for Wi-Fi 67 really shine here, dedicating bandwidth and ensuring those demanding streams run flawlessly.
So it handles the fun stuff just as well as the work stuff.
That's the idea, a network that can handle everything you throw at it.
And, if people are still on the fence, it's worth mentioning again. Eero has thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews online from real users in the US, UK, Canada.
That social proof is really powerful, isn't it? It shows that for a huge number of people, it genuinely delivers on these promises in the real world. It's not just marketing hype. Users are consistently reporting positive experiences with reliability and performance.
Yeah, those user reviews speak volumes.
Okay.
Before we wrap up, let's tackle a few quick common questions people often have about Eero. A little rapid-fire Q&A.
Sounds good. Let's clear up any lingering doubts.
All right, first one. Can I use Eero with the router my internet company gave me, or do I have to replace it?
Good question. You have options. Eero can completely replace your existing router. But if you prefer, or if your ISP requires you to keep their device, sometimes it's a combined modem router, Eero can work alongside it. You'd typically put the ISP router into what's called bridge mode, essentially turning off its Wi-Fi, and let Eero handle all the routing and Wi-Fi duties. So, yes, it's flexible.
Okay, flexible is good. Next, how many Eero devices do I actually need? Always tricky to figure out.
General rule of thumb, one Eero node covers about 1,500 square feet, roughly. But, and this is important, it depends heavily on your home's layout and construction. Brick walls, concrete floors, lots of levels will require more nodes than an open-plan space with standard drywall.
So start with the estimate, but be prepared to add more if needed.
Exactly. The app can also help guide placement during setup. It's better to slightly overestimate for full coverage than underestimate and end up with weak spots. Remember, you can always add more later, thanks to the expandability.
Right. Okay, a crucial one. Is Eero secure? People worry about network security.
Absolutely. Security is a core focus. We talked about the automatic updates keeping it patched against threats. The optional Eero Secure and Secure Plus add layers like threat scanning, ad blocking, and VPN. Plus, it uses WPA3 encryption, the latest standard if your devices support it, and WPA2 for older devices. So yes, it employs multiple layers to keep your network protected.
Good to know. And finally, does Eero work with all internet service providers? What if someone's with a smaller local company?
Eero is designed for broad compatibility. It works with virtually all major ISPs in the US, UK, and Canada, and generally works fine with smaller ones too. It connects via a standard Ethernet cable to your modem or your ISP's gateway device in bridge mode. So regardless of whether you have cable, fiber, DSL, or even fixed wireless, Eero should integrate without issue. It's built to be universally compatible.
Excellent. That clears up some common points. So if you've listened to all this and you're thinking, yes, I need to ditch my old router and finally fix my Wi-Fi, then definitely check out the description or the pinned comment below. To put an exclusive link in there to help you find the very best Eero deals currently available in your region, USA, UK, or Canada. It's a great way to get started and hopefully experience this seamless connectivity we've been talking about.
You know, thinking about all this, as our homes just get more and more digital, more connected, relying on constant internet for work, entertainment, security, everything, maybe the most critical piece of infrastructure we own isn't the fancy smart speaker or even the fast internet pipe coming into the house. Maybe it's the invisible network inside the house that makes everything else work.
The Wi-Fi itself.
Yeah. This deep dive into Eero kind of makes you think, doesn't it? What does a truly smart home actually need? It's not just smart gadgets. It needs that intelligent, robust, invisible network foundation that lets everything else just connect effortlessly, reliably, all the time. without you even having to think about it.
That's a really powerful thought, the invisible foundation. Definitely something to mull over as we all navigate our increasingly connected lives. Well, if you found this deep dive helpful, please do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, maybe drop a comment with your own Wi-Fi woes or questions about Eero.
We'd love to hear your experiences.
Absolutely. And share it with friends or family who you know are still struggling with those annoying dead zones.
Yeah.
Oh, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Your support really does help us keep bringing you these in-depth tech reviews and guides.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for listening. And here's to better, faster, and definitely smarter Wi-Fi, maybe with Eero.